Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank y'all so much for being here. Today I am doing a one brand or almost one brand slash first impressions kind of thing. I'm using a bunch of ColourPop products today. ColourPop is one of my favorite brands. I'm using the Zodiac palette, and then I'm also using a little bit of the Dream Street palette, both by Kathleen Lights, one of my favorite YouTubers. So yeah, if y'all are excited and want to see how I got this very dramatic look, then just keep on watching. I'm going to be using the ColourPop Zodiac palette with Kathleen Lights and ColourPop, like I said. And this is actually the first time I'm using this palette. I've had it since the collection came out, and I just haven't had time to get into it. And I've been wanting to do this particular video for a while now, so now that I have the time, here I am. So I'm very big into astrology and natal charts, birth charts, all that kind of stuff, and I just find it really interesting. And so I thought with this palette it would be really cool to do like a combination of the colors that are off of my birth chart. So I am a Gemini sun, a Capricorn moon, and a Cancer rising. So that is what I'm doing today. I'm going to be doing a look based off of those three colors, which is Gemini is this gold right here, Capricorn is this black with all these like really pretty gold sparkles throughout it, and then Cancer is this really pretty pink right here. So I already went ahead and did the black and the gold all over my lid. Doing this cut crease today. So I am also using on top of that just one shadow from this Dream Street palette with ColourPop and Kathleen Lights as well. All I do is use this shade right here, which is called trying to figure out, I'm pretty sure this is called Shooting Star. So the shadow names are like on the back, and it's kind of weird. I'm pretty sure this is called Shooting Star. It's a really good crease shade, so I just went in with that crease shade, and then I went over it with the Capricorn shade from this palette, and then went in to use Gemini and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump in and do that, and then once I do the face and everything, I'll go in with the Cancer shade and put that in my inner corner. But I'm not going to do that yet until afterwards. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of speed through this part and come back and talk with you all whenever I get to the face. So yeah.
and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the face now. I'm going to be using this ColourPop All-Star Matte and Blur Primer. Looks like these. And I have not used this yet either. So this is like a big first impressions and one brand. Ooh. I like this. It almost feels like a moisturizer. That's nice. It's like really thin, like a moisturizer too. And for foundation, I'm going to be using their No Filter foundation in Light 55. I have also not used this yet. I really appreciate that there's a pump on this. That's nice. Okay, now I thought that I had the concealer by ColourPop, but I don't. So it's going to be an almost all one brand. I'm just going to take my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in C2. I probably would have been fine with going a shade darker. This is really light. It's okay. Can add a lot of bronzer. Okay. Now I have the No Filter setting powder that I'm going to go ahead and use. And this is just in translucent. And then I'm just going to dip my UV sponge just straight into that. And set under my eyes. And set everywhere that I put concealer with this. Yeah, for me personally, this foundation is way too dewy. Yeah, it like comes off whenever I touch my skin. It's way too dewy for me to not set my skin or the foundation. So I do have pretty oily skin around my T-zone especially, so I really have to make sure that I'm setting around my nose really, really good, or else that will just come right off of me. So setting it is really just personal preference, honestly. Or if you have pretty oily skin or whatever, you would probably want to. Okay, now I have the No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder and Light. And I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face with this. And it's just like this pretty light powder. But it does have a tint. It's not translucent. Goodness. And I'm just going to use my same broken brush that I always use. Well, it definitely smooths out the skin really nice, which I do like. My neck still feels pretty tacky. I'm gonna go over that again. I mean, it is definitely a foundation that, I mean, it looks like you're wearing foundation. It's not a foundation that looks like skin. I mean, I can obviously tell that I'm wearing makeup, obviously, but it's not bad. Everything looks really smooth. Looks like it blurred out my pores really good, which I really like. But it does look very powdery. I mean, I put a lot of powder on, so that's kind of obvious. But once I set my face with, some setting spray, that should fix that problem. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the face. I do not have a bronzer or a blush from ColourPop. I'm very sorry. I meant to get one and I just completely forgot. So I'm going to go ahead and use the e.l.f. Total Face Palette, and I will be using the bronzer and both blushes from this palette. And I'm going to really bronze up the skin since this was way too light for me, to really take away from the starkness that is my face right now. Okay, now that I'm done with that, I'm actually going to go ahead and take just a light wash of this foundation, this highlighter, just to do all over my face, just because I feel like my face is very, just a little too matte right now. So this is a very, very natural highlight, so this will just put a really nice, pretty sheen all over the face. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and go into both of these blushes, just mixing both of those. Okay, go, done with that. And for highlight, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in On the Cusp. That is a bit of a tongue twister. I'm going to be using some of these little brushes. Now this is intense. These highlights are goodness. Highlight is so intense. Me personally, I like an intense highlight, but these, it's like so much that I feel like it's just kind of like sitting there. It doesn't blend with the skin very good. So me personally, I don't usually use these as like just a highlighter. I'll use this like in my inner corner, on my brow bone, like as like a topper, like right at the tip of my cheekbones. Like I'll like put down something else, like some like softer highlight, and then right at the tips of my cheekbones I'll put one of these Super Shock Cheeks, or like on my nose or on my Cupid's bow. I usually don't put it straight on my cheeks just because it's just a little too much all in one spot. So that's just my personal preference. I know some people don't really mind that, which I don't necessarily either. It's just, I just feel like it's kind of just sitting there, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and spray my face with some setting spray really quick and then finish up the eyes. I'm going to be taking the ColourPop All Star Face Setting Spray. A lot comes out of that. And that smells so good. That smells really good. And then that is just really going to melt all of those powders into the skin, so it doesn't look like it's just all sitting on top of my foundation and on top of my face. It's really just going to blend everything in real nicely. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up with the eyes. I'm going to go into the Dream Street palette again and take Shooting Star. And, oh my god. No broken mirror. Sorry about that bad luck. My waterline, and then finally go into the Cancer again, or the zodiac sign again, and get the Cancer shadow, and I'm going to put this all in my inner corner. And just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish up the other eye, and I will be right back to do the lips and we'll be done. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take my e.l.f. clear brow gel and set my brows real quick. And now I do kind of want to take my NYX Liquid Crystal liner and just kind of put like a little bit of glitter on my lower lash line. Okay, there we go, cool. I like that. Now, I'm going to take the ColourPop Luxe Lip, I think that's what these are called. Yeah, the Luxe lipsticks in What's Your Sign. This is also the collaboration with ColourPop and Kathleen Light's the Zodiac collection. Alright guys, that is it. Thank y'all so much for watching. I loved pretty much all of these products that I use. This eyeshadow palette is bomb. I'm very excited to play with some different looks and come up with some different stuff and play with all these other shadows. I'm wanting to maybe make this a series kind of thing, what I did today with the birth chart and using the sun, the moon, and the rising signs, the shades of those signs. I'm thinking about maybe doing Trent's next. Trent is a Libra sun, a Virgo moon, and a Pisces rising, so I think I can get something pretty interesting out of those 3 colors. And maybe just use a few of my loved ones and some of my best friends and Trent and everything, and use their shades from their birth chart, or the signs of their birth chart, and use those shades and make some different looks. So I think that'd be really cool and kind of give me a little bit of a challenge trying to work with just those shadows. So yeah, let me know if that is something that y'all would maybe want to see. And besides that, I really liked the foundation. It was a little light for me, but once I bronzed my skin up, it kind of fixed that, which is fine. Next time I get that foundation, I'm just going to get a darker shade. And then the powders were really good. I really like the primer. It's like a moisturizer. It was so nice. It felt so good. And I really like the smell of it. I don't know what it is that makes it smell like that, but it smells so good. Same with the setting spray. It smells really good too. And now, since this is a first impressions kind of thing, this is the first time I'm using these products, I don't know how long they're going to last. So I'm going to use them a few times and kind of get used to using them and wearing them for long periods of time, and then I'll make sure to let you guys know how they work, so, or how long they last and everything. So yeah, I guess that is it. Again, thank y'all so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye guys.